rest. And you're ready for the papers, ready to be informed, educated, entertained. I have the papers fresh this morning to give to you different headlines from different newspapers. I have 7. I usually have 7. So today I'm going to read to you the headlines from the newspapers. And okay, let's start. We'll talk about what I want to talk about later. We'll start with this day newspaper. The first headline here says, showing compassion, Shettima leads federal government's delegation to visit Kaduna bomb victims, promises rebuilding. And also we have here that 2024 Enugu's budget of disruptive economic growth. You get all of that in this day newspaper. Now, another headline here says Sanusi advocates stable exchange rate for business economy. And now to the Vanguard newspaper, another newspaper right here. The top headline this morning says that Kaduna error will be 100% sure before bombing target, DHQ says. And fade adoption, file contempt proceedings against EFCC DSS reps committee, tells Emefiele's lawyer. And still in the Vanguard newspaper this morning, noise pollution, Lagos seals churches, mosque, others, establishments, all of that you get in the Vanguard newspaper. Naira falls to 1,200 naira in the parallel market, gains 11% in NAFEM. That report is right there. You could read it up. I knew about the exchange rate in the Vanguard newspaper. And also here, repair our refineries, said to those who can run them. Falaye tells the federal government. And now to the Daily Trust newspaper. Again, a gunman kidnapped Nasarawa varsity students. And also here in the Daily Trust newspaper, anyone culpable of Kaduna village bombing will be punished, says the president. Kaduna killings, not a mistake, says Gumi. Now the story has a rider. The rider says army's attack against Air Force advice, says sources. Officers gamble over lack of synergy between services. We have learned our lessons. Our operations remain joint, says DHQ. Tinubu vows to punish anyone found culpable. Now that story is in the Daily Trust newspaper. Still in the Daily Trust, uncertainty over Rivers budget as assembly crisis persists. Now the writer says PRO Wike lawmakers reconvene. Plenary commissioner optimistic of passage. No amount of sabotage will make me surrender my mandate, says Fubara. And also in the Daily Trust, a border closure, we are losing 13 billion naira weekly for freight forwarders. Now to the Sun newspaper this morning, war over VPS. That's the vice president's 15 billion naira residence. Now the writer says Wike mocks Obi, dares protesters. Labour Party insists project wasteful, insensitive. That is in the Sun newspaper. Supreme Court judgment, we are ready to receive, Kanu says IPOB. Also here in the Sun newspaper, it said 950,000 barrels of oil cargo berth at Dangote's refinery. And out of the Nation's newspaper this morning, Tinubu vows punishment for error bombing corporate. And the writer says federal government to kickstart non-kinetic terrorism battle in Tudubiri. Government houses, clinics, schools for North states under Fulako's plan. That you get in the Nation's newspaper. Exodus of skilled youth abroad worries the federal government. Court asks Fubara others not to muzzle Rivers Assembly. And after the Punch newspaper this morning, Kaduna bombing, federal government vows to punish corporate. ACF demands GOC's removal. Nigeria in talks with India to procure fighter jets. Court dismisses Niger junta's suit against Tinubu's ECOWAS. And still in the Punch newspaper, Tinubu Nupeng, others mourn as Kokori dies at 80. Court did not order assembly to assess Akeredolu's health, says commissioner. And to the Guardian newspaper this morning, business services one-way local flight hit 200,000 naira ahead of festive travels. And still in the Guardian, how president as petroleum minister store 11 trillion naira subsidy probe. You can get that report in the Guardian newspaper. 10 Lafayette varsity students kidnapped by gunmen. Hoodlums attack NDLEA officers in Edo Forest, injure 3. And finally this morning, no amount of intimidation, sabotage will make me surrender, says Fubara. Now, these are your headlines this morning from all of these newspapers, 7 of them. We're going to move to look at the top stories this morning. I have Rufai Oseni joining me via the network so we can get talking this morning. Now, the big story here, I think is in all of the papers, is about the vice president. He touched ground yesterday in Kaduna to visit the victims of the bomb blast and also talk to them about what happened, commiserate with the family, and also give them the message from the president. He also traveled by road, 2 hours by road throughout Kaduna. He touched down the private jet, and there are pictures of him on the internet, pictures of him, of the visit and the talks that he had with them. I don't know if you've listened to it, but there he talked about how empathetic, how hypothetically the president is concerning what has happened. Heavily mentioned that there's going to be compensation. Those people that were affected will be compensated. Those people that caused this will be brought to book. He also talked about that, and also said that kinetic measures, non-kinetic measures will be put in place to compensate those people that the community where this particular thing happened. Now, there is one critic that criticized the federal government concerning what has happened. He says that the president focused heavily on the economic, our economy, and less on security. So the Shetima also talked about that yesterday, saying that listen up. The president will focus on the economy and also focus on security. Now, that's the update. I'm connecting with Rufai Oseni right now so we could talk some more about it. Good morning to you, sir.
Hey, Mary, bless you. How are you? Bless you.
I'm doing well. Happy Friday to you.
Bless you. Happy Friday to you.
Yeah. Now, I'm talking about the vice president that visited Kaduna yesterday, and the pictures of him talking with the victims and also telling them that the president really do care about them. You know, the approach of the president this time has been really commendable. He was there, talked with them. Also, the head of the military was also there, spoken with the people, said compensation will be given to the families. And the president said that the people, anybody found wanting after the investigation will be brought to book.
Mary, I am not impressed. Kudos to them, but I am not impressed. I'd like to ask you, when did that bombing happen?
It was on a Sunday.
On a Sunday. What is today?
Friday.
It took 4 days after. At first, the military, the Nigerian Army and the Air Force did not first want to accept responsibility before they finally accepted responsibility. Then they played the politics of back and forth. So it is after a week after the vice president now goes, after there's been public outcry. If people like us in the media did not scream about these things, were they going to go? In all of this, Mary, where is the governor? Since day one, the thing has happened. Where is the governor of the states?
You know,
did we see the governor there at all?
But in this, Shetima was giving credit to the governor while he was speaking, saying,
where is the governor? Where is the governor? Show me a picture of the governor of Kaduna State meeting with the victims and touching them. Where? We can't do this now. We can't keep doing tokenism to ourselves. A monumental disaster happened in your country. You are the leader of the state. It took you one day after. See, that thing that happened was enough for the president to immediately return from Dubai on that same day and come back home. And where is the president there? Why is it that the vice president is going there? Where is the president? Where is the man the people voted for? Where is he? An event of that colossal nature, it was only after 1 week. A leader is supposed to be there on day one with the people, commiserating with them. If these visits, although you can say better late than never, if these visits are come up on Monday, after it happened, I would be the first carrying drums and praising the president and the vice president. But a week after we've dealt with the denier, after there's a public outcry, that's when we are just going to do optics with them. If the vice presidents had been seen there on Monday in those hospitals, talking to the people, yes, that's what we are saying, the leader there on day one. Mary, let's take another story.
Yeah, but you also know that Sheikh Gumi was also said some things about what happened, although people are telling him to stop talking, that we don't need anything to heat up the politics, because he's saying that the killings is not a mistake. That's why what Gumi is saying.
Mary, let's not entertain Sheikh Gumi's words, please. I don't know in what capacity he's speaking, but let's not entertain his words. We can't afford to heat up the tension and the politics in this country. Yeah. And that's why you see, 2 days ago, I debunked every story on every association. People were trying to link it to various tribal groups. Let us stop that. We need peace in our country, but we also must call our leaders to account.
Now, I want you to look at this. A prominent northern leader is saying that the president is paying more attention, this our president, to economy more than the security. That if you look at his cabinet, the number of people he's appointed for security, and then the number of people talking about the economy, all the travels he's done, it's all about the economy. That is not putting commensurate efforts, more effort in the security. Although Shetima in his speech talked about it, that they are going to focus on the economy and also focus on the security. Now, my question to you is that this administration, do you think is putting a lot of emphasis, as in a lot of power into the security? I mean, in terms of trying to quell out Boko Haram kidnapping, if you want to compare it to the way he's going about the economy, going out for investment and all of that.
There's nothing stopping the government from doing pari passu, in the sense that you can focus on the economy and focus on security. A lot of the feelers I'm getting from the north, and I think there's also somebody that calls from the north a lot here, because we are a national station of VOP in Lagos because of the proliferation of the internet, is that the killings have started again. They have increased. And that's what a lot of my sources are telling me. So they can focus on both, because you also need the economy to work well to be able to stem the tide of insecurity. Pure and simple. So I can't fault the president for focusing on the economy. The economy is one of the most critical matter. Yes, he will also focus on security. So I think that criticism of the president is misplaced. Me, I will speak the truth to you. If a criticism is misplaced, I will tell you, I think it's misplaced. I think it is well for the president to even focus on the economy, because if the economy works, then you can also focus on insecurity and other parts will work. Pure and simple.
Great. Also, there is an article on the Guardian newspaper that says that how president as petroleum minister store 11 trillion naira subsidy probe. Now, this interview, the person that said this is Sanusi. It's a decision by the ex-president Muhammad Buhari and his successor, that's Bola Tinubu, to make themselves Minister of Petroleum Resources deepens the opaqueness and frustrate investigation of the 11 trillion naira fuel subsidy payment in the oil and gas sector. This is according to Sanusi Labido, when he was talking.
That's why we've always argued. That's why we've always argued that with due respect, the president should not be the Minister of Petroleum. But the other argument will always also be, when you look at it, you want a lot of accountability. The time that we left the Ministry of Petroleum in charge of somebody, you know how the person became very gluttonous of some sort in nature, and there are very many allegations of corruption and all of that. I mean, you know how there were allegations of corruption that followed that. But all in all, I think we must have a transparency method that works. But I understand Sanusi's point of view that was talking about, that we shouldn't, allow the president to constantly be the, what is it called? The minister of petroleum.
Now, I don't know if you saw the video of Wike dancing, saying that Jagaban, on your mandate we shall stand. Wike sings and dances in Femi Gbajabiamele's office while showing support for Tinubu. Now, marry that with this news this morning, because it's not just in one paper, it's in different papers. Fubara is talking, in fact, is shouting, saying, no amount of intimidation, sabotage will make me surrender my mandate, says Fubara. I wonder why is it talking and talk? I thought the issue has been resolved. Who is threatening his mandate? Who wants to take his mandate?
The issue has not been resolved. The issue is still on. More fights will commence soon. That I can tell you.
Wow. Because
I predict in the nearest couple of months or to a year, another attempt will be made at stopping Fubara. Probably. Because the fight is not over. So what just happened that day was what we call a ceasefire. A ceasefire, yes, sometimes might be a prelude to the end of the war, but sometimes a ceasefire might also be for participants in the war to go and restock and increase their armory. So I thought it was just a ceasefire for both of them to go and restock, and they are still planning each other. That's just it. So
we're going to be seeing them now in the news, as in more in the news now.
Oh, yes. I said the fight has just started. I'm telling you something.
Godfather, it seems to be everywhere, because Father Hyacinth of Benue was also saying that nobody, some days ago, I heard his speech saying that nobody can intimidate the people of Benue State. Nobody has Benue State in his pocket. You see this godfatherism almost everywhere.
Oh, definitely. What do you expect, Mary? When the system that brings these guys are warped already, what do you expect? You don't expect anything fabulous.
Okay, in the news this morning, now on Business Stories, it says that the flight now, one-way ticket, local flights cost about 200,000 naira ahead of the festive travels. 200,000 local flights. That's what is being reported. And also in the news, talking about Naira, it says that in the parallel market, it exchanged for 1,200 Naira, 1,074 Naira, thereabout.
You see, it's become obvious. You know when we're saying it that time, that there's nothing they are going to do. People said, oh, Rufai, a very negative person. In how many months? Now, where's the 10 billion that they said they were going to go borrow to fight for the Naira? Where's the money to defend the Naira? The new reality is that dollar to Naira is now 1,100 and 1,000. And Nigerians are moved on. So our leaders also take into cognizance the fact that Nigerians will just shout and they will move on. They know how to adapt to suffering. So till today, nobody has held them accountable, except this one we are saying here. The money that they said they were going to borrow to defend the Naira, nothing is done. The Naira has ballooned. The economic quagmire is on. People are suffering. Nobody cares. Companies are leaving. GSK is leaving. Procter & Gamble left. These are big companies in Nigeria that employ thousands of people. Nobody cares. So they have seen the result of how they float the Naira. When we're telling them that don't destroy this country even further, they said, no, it's a lie. They will float the Naira. The investors are coming. They floated the Naira and the investors are not coming. So We have seen the economic malaise. Inflation is at an all-time high. Economic dissonance is at an all-time high. But you see, the thing they know very well is that Nigerians are very funny people. They will move on. They will take it in the stride and move on. So that's what they have done, and they have achieved it. So there's no point.
Amechi has said it that Nigerians are very docile. I think that's what he used. The Nigerians.
Nobody was spot on, but Amechi has no gravitas to be able to say that, because he too took advantage of the docility of Nigerians. So he should stop acting as a freedom fighter now. He's not any better. I beg.
But what he said, is it true or not?
No, it's true. I'm not saying it's not true, but I'm just saying he doesn't have the gravitas to say it.
Shouldn't be
because he took advantage of that docility of Nigerians.
And also in
it's very true. What you said is correct. Yes.
Docile. It's also here that the International Air Transport Association, they are warning that some foreign airlines may soon quit Nigeria. It's
yeah. There's still a backlog. We've not paid them. There's still a lot at stake. And it's at an all-time low for our economy. So when you look at it...
Remember it's in the news some time ago, I think it was in the Punch and some other papers, that the government started paying a backlog. It was reported. That was it. That bad luck.
There was just some money paid from proceeds, and they used that to prep up the currency at a point, but it didn't work. Because the backlog is colossal now, about 7 billion US. If they said they were going to borrow 10 billion, where is the money till date? Nothing has been said. Another question we should ask them: at what interest rate are they borrowing that money? When you hear the interest rates, then we know what is going on. But we just only keep speaking and ensuring that they do the right thing.
Yes, and finally, it says workers, they panic as Lagos Water Works sacks 450 employee. 450. The Lagos State Water Corporation are currently in a state of anxiety as the state government sacked 450 casual workers last week, Thursday.
I mean, I don't know whatever the reasons they sacked them. Let's look into the reasons, but sacking 450 people at a time there are no jobs in Nigeria is a shocking one. Let's just be circumspect in our dealings. That's what I'm going to say. I don't know the circumstances at which they sacked them.
Thank you so much, Rufai. Finally, let me just add this. Well, hold on. This gunmen adopt 10 Nasarawa varsity students. That's in the news this morning. Lafia, about 10 students were adopted. That's the...
Mary, I told you, people are increasingly saying that the insecurity has started again in the north. It's incumbent on our leadership to be able to do something as regards that, and also fix the economic malaise. That's just it. Yeah. Look at the humongous budget sent to the military this time and the defense. I mean, I was going through the line item of the budget and I was seeing the humongous numbers. So it's just about us using the money and doing something well with the money. Pure and simple.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Rufai Oseni. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Yeah.
And you to enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah. Have a great weekend. And thank you so much to all of our listeners. We love you guys so much. And those that benefited from our palliative, we thank you to the person that sent the palliative, but we hope to also do more to reach out to a lot of our listeners because we love you guys so much and we are truly family.
Why did you call it palliative? No, since you called it palliative, the numbers doubled because they thought, say, tell Rufai the palliative as if it was the federal government giving palliative. You know that word palliative?
No. This is VOP family palliative as sponsored by a VOP family member in the diaspora. That's just it.
Yes, the money is going out now. It's going out. Started going out since yesterday.
Oh, good, very good. And I'm sure people have been calling to say thank you to the family member that dropped the money. Plus you all. Yeah. And please, more family members, if you can help us too with people. We want to just bless people with this. See, apart from being on radio talking about Nigeria, we want to also impact you. We want to make it a radio station that you don't just listen, but you get better and you also get rewarded for listening. How about that? That's our vision for VOP. And we'll continue to do it both in Lagos and in Abuja. We'll continue to do it and help the listeners a lot and do what we can. And we also hope that the advertisers will help us too by keying into this dream by advertising on our station so that the more proceeds we make, the more impact we'll be able to make.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Rufai. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah.
Thank you. No problem.
We'll go for a commercial break now. When we return, the phone lines will be open for you to join the conversation. We are the voice of the people, 90.3 FM. My name is Mary Onaifia Debbie.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop-off from the Lagos Airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort. Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Presenos digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less. The award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and Coldberry ice cream, delight in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and Coldberry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, Festac Town, 28 Adenira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and Coldberry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions.
You are listening to the number one station, the voice of the people, 90.3 FM. Do not touch that dial.
You're listening to Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. It's the front page review. The phone lines are open now. You can call in. Call 0700 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
hello, good morning.
I keep this privately because
hello, good morning to you.
Believe me, you don't.
Yeah, good morning, Mary.
Yeah, what's your name?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
This is
Tony from
This is Tony from Kaduna.
Yeah, I thought as much. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning.
How you doing?
I have just had. I'm fine. Kaduna is a little bit cold and chilly this morning. But we're expecting the rays of the sun to come up probably later in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But Kaduna is fine. Yeah, I had the headlines this morning. But there is something I want to talk about. We've been talking about our federal government, our government. And it's sometimes when we sit back and look at what they are really doing, it's like sometimes they do some things to distort the progress of this country. Now, let me just chip this in. It might be a little bit different from what we discussed this morning. Are you aware, or probably you can set up your journalist or can make some investigative journalism. Are you aware that in the North right now, that in the education sector,
yes,
there are some states that have placed that from primary 1 to primary 3, they should be taught in another language that is different from the official language of Nigeria, which is English.
I don't know if you are aware of that.
No, I'm not. Just
So sometimes, sometimes I will just sit down and imagine that if you teach these kids who are coming up from the cradle, teaching them with another language, by the time they get to primary 4, where you are expected to change the teaching skills to English, how do they comprehend? How do they start to learn with the new language for them to understand what they need to know? So sometimes you find out that our government do some things, even educationally, just to frustrate the progress of this country. And it's a little bit funny. It's a little bit confusing and funny. I don't know. Maybe you try and make some.
Yeah.
Hello?
I can hear you. I said the investigation is going to be on why. What's the reason behind that?
There has been no reason, my dear. I have also asked questions. I have also made inquiries, tried to really know what the problem is and why is it like that. How will you tell me that in maybe like 3 to 4 states in the north presently? Please just try and make this inquiry.
We'll do
they
that.
teach children from the primary, from the cradle to primary 3 in Hausa language, and they use textbooks that are printed in English to teach them. Can you see that? Are these government officials, are they really trying to see how the country will progress or how the country will retrogress?
Thank
so
you,
it's a
Tony.
thing of it. I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tony. Yeah,
and have a nice day.
Yeah, this calls for investigation. I think we'll get more into it. Thank you for that report from Kaduna. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Someone said from Shomolu.
Peter Monse, good morning. Happy Friday to you, sir.
Mary, how many students from Nasarawa State kidnapped again?
10
and then the youth corpers from Akwa Ibom, then have they regained their freedom? The answer is no. And then, which I will not stop talking about this. You know why? Because since 2015, APC was using it as their key campaign point. The bringing back of the Chibok girls. Have those girls been brought back? And then Delia Sharibu, the little young girl that said, I will not deny my faith, has Delia Sharibu been brought back? And Shetima was the governor of that state, who is now talking on the Kaduna bombing, who is now telling us stories, is the vice president of Nigeria. Now that he even has more power than when he was the governor. And then the Zamfara state governor, all of them within that area, now becoming, a governor that become the chief of defense staff. These are the people that are from the region that all these things are happening. Mary, I asked a question. The very first day they saw in Tinubu and Shetima as the vice president, and then the man that is the defense minister. I asked the question. I want to repeat that question because somebody is telling us this morning that insurgency has skyrocketed or escalated in the north. We are hearing new dimensions now. Then the question I asked that I want to repeat this morning is not a statement, it's a question. Is that the bringing in of Shetima as the vice president and the defense minister, is it to boost the ego of the terrorists, or is it to defend the Nigerian people? If it is to defend Nigerian people, they will not be abducted again now. Hey, what is going on? Mary, finally, on Lagos State Water Board, they call it that SAC more than 400. Mary, that organization has not been working. We have stopped having water in Bajulaye for more than 6 months now. So they should scrap it. There is no water works in Lagos. Ask anybody from Lagos whether they have water in their area from the government. They just sit down there and be collecting money. Close down that sector and let us use the money to do something else. Let me stop so far this morning and listen to Ika. All I want to hear you, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for calling this morning. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call, and let's hear from you. You can also send in a WhatsApp message 0700 903 9039. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Madam Mary.
Good morning, Emeka. Good to have you join us.
Thank you so much. Thank God today is a blessed Friday.
Yeah, thank you.
And we all will be alive and achieve all God wants us to be in this world.
Yeah.
I love the Rufai analysis this morning. I supported him for whatever he said. After a week, before you people are start gambling around, pretending that you are working. All Nigerians will not say nobody is working for us. We are only here in this country in the hand of God. And God will surely be our Savior and our Redeemer one day. In terms of what the other first caller told you about North, I school at North. I attended primary 5 and 6 there. My sister, could you believe that a whole teacher in the class can't write English? He can't speak English. A whole teacher, if you want to teach people something, he will be writing Arabic language. Then for my sister, what will make at primary 2 at Onitsha is what then they give us as a subject at primary 5 and 6. Then I told my mother, I can't take this result to do anything. That is why if you ask me where I stop my academy, I tell you I stop at primary 4. Because I left Onitsha when I was in primary 4. So I don't value that primary 5 and 6. Because what they are doing there is not education. That's why they are always looking primitive that side. And that is the work of their elders and their leaders. To subdue the people, to make the people look backwards in life, which is very, very bad. Only their family will be enjoying. Only their family will be enjoying. They take all their families abroad and suffering their sisters and brothers at their side. And the same thing now is the same thing down here in West.
Thank you.
I remember, I remember Bode George saying that they group themselves to Durban Barak or where from Yabra University to ask for scholarship, which they did them when I was a student. Today, all of them now are enjoying those things, and they never send the Lagos students.
Thank you, Nemeka. Thank you. Let's take all the calls.
My dear.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Okay, I want to read some WhatsApp messages this morning. Let's go to WhatsApp and take some of the messages we have here. I will start from the very beginning. I think this should be the first one. Okay, we have Leo from Lagos says, good morning, Mary. A war over Vice President 15 billion naira to build his cathedral, and only heartless, wicked, corrupt, greedy politicians would justify the huge amount of money to build a Vice President cathedral. Okay, thank you, Leo from Lagos. Now, Adegbe Gadedeji said, good morning. Whoever that says Kaduna killings is a mistake is wicked and evil. These killings has been reoccurring for the past 7 years or more. No single person has been nailed or persecuted for the genocide. This is genocide. On a good day, the defense minister and all the security personnel should have resigned by now. Killing and taking innocent lives can never be a mistake. This is not the first time, second or third, same pattern, and they will say it's a mistake. Okay, thank you very much, Adegbe Gadedeji, for your contribution this morning. According to the news and our reports and our findings, it's that it's a mistake. It's not even a collateral damage, according to what is being portrayed. Well, thank you. Prince Ayotek from Arena Market says, good morning, Mary, and thank God. Okay, he said, thank God is Shetima's compensation is of no use because it can bring back the lives of those that have died. If the military said it's a mistake, why won't one of them try such in his village? I'm sorry for Wike. By the time he will realize what he has done, it will be too late for him. And secondly, there is nothing he can do to command the kind of respect that Obi commands in the whole world. Mary, the vice president, traveled for only 2 hours, and you commend his effort. I mean, why common Nigerians travel for 2 days as a result of bad roads. Thank you very much. I understand, Prince Ayotek from Marina Market. Let's end here. Your message is quite long, so that I can take other messages. Okay. Let me see. if we have more messages here. Again from Agege says, good morning, VOP. Imagine when the government, either the federal or state, cause economic disasters such as happened in Kaduna bombing, where lives and capital projects were destroyed. And one would hear the government of the day say that they will compensate the victims. The salient question is, with what are they going to compensate the victim? The question is, with Nigeria's hard-earned taxpayers' money. In the real sense of it, the victims are not compensated but robbed of their money to settle them. They are robbed Peter to pay Paul. Who is fooling whom? Okay, thank you again from Agege. Thank you. Now back to the messages. To the call.
Hello.
Sorry. Hello, good morning. Yeah.
Yeah. My name is Ayo David. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Okay, Ayo David. Calling from where?
Yes, Ikorodu.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Nigeria abusing, holding Nigerian army should stop, because army knows what they are doing. If what is going on in the north, you know, we have to look in depth before we start abusing them. If army are doing their job, they should allow them to do their job. They are not crazy. They are trained people. If criminal did not run into that village, they will not drop bomb there. That is what I want people to know. And this thing happened at night. And people should just mind.
You can't justify what has happened. I think you can't justify it. Let people grieve the way they want to grieve.
Likewise, every Nigerian has no reason to justify army. You understand? So leave army. They should allow them to do their job.
I don't really get you, sir. I don't. Thank you very much.
I said what I am saying is that Nigerians should keep short and allow army to do their job. That is what I am saying.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You people, Nigerians complain about militants disturbing them, and army are doing their job. You blame them for what?
Thank you very much for calling, but I don't understand what you're saying. The army, they've come out to tell you that it was a mistake, that next time they will be 100% sure. It's in the news. That the drone, it fired by mistake, of which the investigation. It's not even a collateral damage. You're saying it's a mistake. So what are you justifying? The mistake we're talking about has killed how many people? Killed over 80 people. Some say 85, others 120. So let's be guided. We're talking about lives of women and children, and we shouldn't. Those kind of mistakes should not be recorded at all. Let's take more calls and get into more conversations. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. What's your name and location?
Yeah, my name is Prince. I'm calling from Sweden.
Mr. Prince, welcome. Go ahead.
I just want to say, the problem we have in Nigeria is a very big problem. We, the masses, we allow these people to be messing up our country, So, and the talking too much gospel is not going to solve anything. We have been talking. Nigerians need to wake up. Action. That is what is needed in that country. Nothing is working. It's the worst country in the world. Now, Nigerians are happy now going to Burkina Faso to live. What a time to be a Nigerian. A time like this, Nigerians are traveling, happily going to some African countries we've helped in the past. Look at Sierra Leone. Look at Liberia. We've helped those guys, but now look at where we are now. The bottomless pit, and everybody thinks that is okay. We should allow. So we are waiting for these old guys, same story, to change our country. It's not going to work until
Thank you very much.
Wake up and take responsibility of that country. Nothing is going to come out of it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes,
yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but the only waking up that we can do is by making sure that our PVCs are really saved, kept, and the next opportunity we have is to vote. That's the only thing you can do on that the democracy. You come out and vote in the next election. That's how you wake up to take power back. Hello, good morning. Yes. Good morning to you. What's your name?
I'm Mr. Peter from Ajawe State.
Okay, Mr. Peter. Good to know.
The man spoke before this man now. You see, that is why Nigeria is nowhere to go forward. If that man is, I don't know why he abusing people, saying their mind. And if you look, that man, his family is suffering this. He's here with challenging people, saying their view, their opinion in radio. Instead to say something good. And I don't know. Yes, madam.
No, I'm going on. Can you leave the man alone? Leave the man and his opinion alone.
Madam, is starting. So that's something on Somali. His relationship is suffering, and his in television people.
Thank you for calling. I can't really hear what you're saying. Your network is not so clear, anyways. Thank you for calling. I understand everybody have their own opinion. Sometimes some people's opinion will shock you, but we are all human beings and we are entitled to what we think, and we can say what we think. So just state your own and then move on. Leave the other person and what the other person says and all of that. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Sister Mary.
Good morning to you, sir. What's your name and location?
Isra Aike from Esala.
Okay, bro. Go ahead.
I want to I want to ask question. The money that they want to use to renovate the vice president's house. What of the one that the former vice president was staying? Did he go with that one? Because I thought that these are quarters that have been kept for ministers and the president, but in this time administration, when they entered, they will try to map up money to do one thing or the other. Then I am confused. Does it mean that all those ones that when they are living, the people use it, when they are living, they will get out of it, they will spoil it or whatever. The other day they say they map up money for repairing of computers and all the rest of them. The ones there have been spoiled. Did they left and go away with them? In fact, all this is baffled me, but I am just reminding them to know that money inside the pot, that all of them they are taking, will soon finish, and we will know the end.
Thank you.
Because they thought that the money, Nigerian money will not finish. It will finish.
Thank you.
Even where they are borrowing it will reach at the time they will not see money to borrow.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you for your contribution. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mary.
Yeah, good morning to you. What's your name and location?
My name is Hugo. I'm calling from Agua Palace.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Mary, you were referring to a call, and you were saying that the only thing we can do is for us to go out there and vote so as to choose the next leader. Okay. Now, the last election, people came out to vote, and you know what happened. And the way things are, to be honest with you, if you have to do another election, the same thing will happen. 2007, APC will still rig the election. Now, with all the things that had actually happened.
Let's wait till we get there, my brother. Let's wait till we get there.
I understand. You know, most of the time we thrive on just waving things just like that. It is well. God will help us. Which God will help you? When he has given you everything for you to try, for you to succeed.
What are you proposing? What are you saying in essence?
Mary, if you want to know what I'm saying, I don't understand how, with all the things that we have seen, INEC hasn't been taken to court. Mahmoud Yakubu is still the person there, and nobody is touching him for anything, despite all we've been through, all the complaints. Nobody from INEC has been brought to book.
You know, the last election, they settled it in court. You know, It took it to
that is what I'm saying, Mary. Next election, it is still Supreme Court that will decide. We don't have a choice.
Thank you.
We don't have a voice.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's Supreme Court.
Thank you.
We have to act. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. You already lived in 2027 already. For you to say that that's what's going to happen. I understand. A lot of us have things to say concerning the last election, but it was fought. It ended up in court, the first one, Supreme Court, and finally the verdict was given. So that matter is rested now. What we could do is to wait for the next election and also come out and vote, and let's be hopeful and do what we have to do. A lot of calls here and there. I have 1 minute before I round off. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Madam Mary. I've been trying to call in. Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah, thank God, yeah. What's your name and location?
Yeah. My auntie, my name is Akuchini, okay? I'm calling from Ojo.
Okay.
I want to talk about this unknown gunmen and their kidnapping. It has been so long we have been hearing these news. Now, I want to ask, before they start their operation, don't they have a digit number, Nigeria phone number, and those number is it not registered? Is it not any way they can find out the owner of those number and to track them, to know where they're staying, where they're coming from, who sent them, and how long they plan to do this? And another thing I want to ask, the soldiers, the Nigerian soldiers are telling us that killing 80-something people that have family members is a mistake. Okay, now, since they started their operation, I don't know whether they are protecting us or they are protecting another set of people. What about them going to the Zambeza forest and to go and check on what is going in there, which we don't know? And since they claim that they are protecting us, they are Nigerian army, they are protecting us. What are they going to come out to tell us that this is what we have done for you people? As in the people you are protecting. And let them also come out and tell us who they are working for, because we don't understand them any longer. And for the source of those that died, may their soul rest in peace. And the people that they kidnap, I believe in God that they will soon go back to their loved ones in peace. Bye-bye, ma. Bye for now.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your calling, Jerry. Thank you very much. And thank you to you for being part of the program this morning. It's been really informative speaking with you. I'll be here again on Monday, God willing. Continue to listen to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Coming up next is it's Ogendigbo. That's another great program. It's a newspaper review program in Igbo language. So if you understand Igbo, you should listen to the program. Keep it here. We are the Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Mary Onaife Debbie.